XIII-2, the story so far.
Whoever you are.
No, Christ.
Is that a toy Moogle? But I want to see lightning so much. I'll be back.
Human society continues to develop. Machines once run by the fal'Cie are now powered by human technology. Driving the progress is the Academy, which has grown to take a leading role in affairs of state. Under its young leader, the Academy is working to solve the paradoxes that warp the surrounding space-time. At the heart of the distortions is the Yasha's Massif, its skies darkened by a perpetual eclipse.
People always say, the future will be better. They believe the hardships of the present fade with the passage of time. And so we hope, waiting for a future brighter than today. But Sarah, remember this. As you walk towards a brighter tomorrow, you have to look back to your past. The path you have walked to reach the here and now will give you the courage you need to hope.
It's so dark.
In ancient times, the fal'Cie devoured the light, darkness cloaked the sky, and the earth knew only night. This must be the eclipse.
You know what this is?
They said 500 years ago, a massive fal'Cie appeared. For a while, it blotted out the sun and turned everything dark.
If that happened 500 years in your past, then this must be 200 years in my future.
Right. But something's wrong. Look, the eclipse is only affecting this small area. That shouldn't be possible.
Okay, so you're saying this could be a paradox?
That's what I'm saying.
This reminds me of stories we heard, that there used to be a great city on Grand Pulse. I bet this is what these ruins are.
What happened to it?
No one's been able to figure that out. We were more or less locked up inside Cocoon. We never had much opportunity to learn about the world below us. Our scientists have only just begun to study the mysteries of Grand Pulse.
Are you here to observe the facility? I can answer any questions you might have.
Ah, yeah, perfect. I do have some questions. Where are we? And what year is it?
Wait, you can't just...
What? I'm just...
Yashas Masif, 10 AF, sir.
10 AF? So nowhere near 200 years.
I must say, this is the first time anyone asked me what year it was. I don't suppose you happen to be time travelers?
Well... Koopa?
Ah, yes, I almost forgot. I'm supposed to hand out this map. Take it, it's free. Keep your wits about you. There's no telling what kind of monsters the Paradox has let loose in here.
You said the paradox. Are you talking about the eclipse?
Yes, the great Fal'Cie, Fenrir, blocked out the sun. It was predicted he would appear 200 years from now. Which means?
Which means his appearance now indicates some sort of time distortion, right? But the eclipse is only happening here, right? Maybe all these gates that appeared are causing the distortion.
There's more than one gate in the ruins, isn't there?
Ah, you've done your homework, I see. Yes, we've found multiple gates in the site.
Figures.
Some areas may still be sealed off. We've yet to determine if those sections are safe.
Giddy up.
We have no idea.
Over there, Mom.
The sun's disappearance is no need for panic. It's our job as scientists to figure out what's behind this mystery.
Has everyone forgotten the incident from 10 years ago? We didn't experience eclipses on Cocoon.
I like the benefits, but working on this... I recommend walking along the path of the searchlight. Most monsters hate light and will do anything to avoid it.
The scientists are so passionate about their work, they're working just as hard as ever, even in the dark. Speaking of passionate, I'm the most passionate person I know when it comes to making a living. And on that note, please peruse my passionately promising pick of pieces. I know it's a little dark in here, but I paid my electric bill, I swear!
That building over there is part of the Padra ruins. You should take a look around if you have the time.
Some are worried that the Academy will take its advanced ideas too far.
area is closed off because of the powerful paradox effect. We don't know much yet, but we do know it's dangerous. I recommend the Padra Ruins to visitors. They are at the top of the hill over there.
Why did the eclipse happen over the ruins?
There must be a reason for it to have occurred in this particular place.
Maybe there's something important hidden here.
The legends say the fal'Cie was looking for that which was lost. Could be the thing it's searching for is in these ruins.
Then I guess we better start searching ourselves.
Once you get used to it, life unfolds.
It's night all the time. I can't deal with it.
A little darkness can't stop me. I know it's a little dark.
Are we not allowed to go inside?
I'm very sorry. Only persons on official Academy business are permitted beyond this point.
Oh. Look out!
Maybe this will count as official business! own way! Time for this one! Do it! Take charge!
Scared much?
Y'all ready? Take charge! Take charge! Y'all ready? Let's go! Get good! Time for this one! Okay. Take charge!
Is it dead?
We're being dragged in!
When monsters like these are cornered, they cause a space-time vortex to appear. An electromagnetic shock usually shuts them down. It's been a while, Sarah.
Hope? Is that you?
I'm grateful you remember me.
Who's this?
Oh,
Director of Academy Research, Team Alpha. Hope Est, I'm at your service. And you must be Noel.
Nice guess. Who told you?
You appeared here with Sarah some years ago at the Brescia ruins. Subsequently, we analyzed the gate and forecast your reappearance at this location. To be honest, I didn't really believe that time travel was possible. But here you are. I'm really glad you're safe. For me, it's as if time has stopped. Everyone I knew is gone.
Hope.
From your point of view, it's been years since you last saw Sarah.
Not just Sarah, Snow as well. And Saz and his boy. You all disappeared from my life. It's been 10 years now.
I never thought...
When the paradox occurred some years ago, I thought if I could solve it, maybe you would all come back.
Director Hope! There you are! What were you thinking? Taking off and leaving me all on my own.
It was a shock seeing Hope grown older than me, but he was still the same Hope I knew. Lightning, Hope listened to my story without saying a word. I told him about how I'm the only one who remembers your smile on the plane of Grand Pulse. I told him about how Snow set out to try and save you and Vanille and Fang. And I told him about Noel. Noel from the future.
There's something I want to show you both. We can continue our conversation as we walk.
I'll show the way.
Shall we?
Tell me, Hope, what made you join the Academy?
A sense of duty. Vanille, Fang, Lightning, they turned to crystal so that we might live. It was an enormous sacrifice.
My sister and the others. I think they wanted to preserve life. They gave us a chance to live again.
Guests of yours, Director? Watch your step in there.
Thank you.
Isn't the Academy a research institute? Why do you need...
You've been cleared.
I wonder if we can make the gates accessible to everyone. It's already been 10 years since the incident on Cocoon.
A great many things have happened.
I wonder how Saz and Little Dodge are doing.
We've been out of touch. Saz took Dodge to live on Grand Pulse, and he was flying airships the last I heard. Then suddenly they both disappeared. I searched everywhere but never found them.
Look at us. All gone our separate ways.
Yes. And I can't tell you how much it means to have you here now. Saz and Snow may have set off on different paths, but I've started to think that, in the end, we're all headed towards the same goal. A great many things have happened.
So, Hope, have you heard anything from Snow?
Nothing, I'm sorry to say. Not a single word. Not since he left on his mission.
No sign of him for 10 whole years? Sounds like we're not the only ones traveling through time.
You might be right. Considering Snow's uncanny ability to find trouble, he's almost certainly aware of these temporal aberrations.
Have our special guests shown up yet?
A great many things.
Hope, do you still think my sister is trapped inside that crystal pillar?
I always had doubts, and it wasn't just me. Saz had them as well.
Really? Saz too?
Yes. He couldn't believe that Lightning would just up and leave Sarah like that. After all, she was the one who said we shouldn't face things alone, that we should stick together.
You look more normal than I expected. We need
A great many things.
This is some kind of ancient city, right?
The city of Padra, or so we believe. It was the center of a great kingdom built by a nation known as the Farseers.
The Farseers? You're telling me there used to be enough of them to build this entire town?
According to our research, we believe they constituted an entire nation. A polity that was ruled by a Cirrus.
Can you see me now? Standing here in this place?
So this nation, Padra? Their leader was a Cirrus, right?
Yes. The Cirrus would read the fates, see the future, and guide her country.
Yule.
I can't comprehend how people used to live here.
Here.
Thanks.
You've traveled through time. I suppose it's not surprising you know about these things. The power to rule was passed down from one Cirrus to the next. She was always called Yule.
If they could read time, why did they die out? Surely they could see the danger coming and do something to avoid it.
No, they were destroyed because they could see the future.
Why?
The Cirrus Yule foresaw the future destruction of this city. Some citizens wanted to try to avert the disaster. Others felt that they should simply abandon their homes and run. A few fell into despair and took their own lives. A divided populace clashed. The nation was torn apart by civil war.
Being able to see the future is awfully dangerous. It can mess with people's heads.
Tell me about it. The nation fell apart, and the survivors fled into the wildlands, avoiding contact with others.
Huh. So you know the story.
Oh! Come on, Director Hope! I want to show them! It's okay to show them, isn't it?
This way. Here. This is what lies at the heart of our paradox. The Oracle Drive. We've been giving it careful study.
But how did you...
Wait. You know of these devices?
Oh, well, yeah. I've heard of them. In books and stuff.
The Oracle Drive appears to be some kind of recording apparatus from ancient times. We've excavated a number of the devices. However, the recordings depict things that cannot be possible. Perhaps you should see for yourselves.
This is how it works.
The device was excavated from an ancient part of the ruins. We used carbon dating methods to determine age. The device and the recording stored within are several centuries old.
But it shows lightning.
Someone in the past recorded this vision of the future. Perhaps it was the Cirrus Yule herself. What we're concerned about, however, is this. You'll have to excuse the image quality. Yes, I think so. We need to conduct further analysis to be certain.
Is it broken?
No. We've tested both device and data, and everything is nominal. Yet, when we try to view the recording, we get this. Perhaps it's not the recording that's broken. It's the immediate space-time in which we are located.
You mean it could be the paradox? Because the surrounding space-time is twisted, that might be directly affecting the device. So, if the paradox is eliminated, space-time will return to normal. Then we could see the prophecy and find out where my sister is.
Yes, I believe so.
Right.
Here.
An artifact!
This object serves as a key, is that right? We try to make it work ourselves, but with no success.
Yeah, we can use that to travel across time.
Then you may have it. I think it'll be far more useful to you than us. Here.
During the years that passed as we traveled outside time and space, Hope had devoted himself to his research, trying to unlock the mystery of the paradox. If the gates are the cause of the puzzle, they might also be the key to unlocking it. But I wonder, am I getting closer? Will I find lightning in the end?
Time to find that gate.
It was in the ruins.
You understand why I wanted to show you the Oracle Drive?
I think I do. You've been looking for lightning too all this time.
Yes. It's not much of a clue, but I thought you should see it all the same. And I wanted you to see how far we've come.
Tell us about these ruins. What have you learned about Padra so far?
We're still excavating, gathering clues, and putting things together. But Padra was likely founded before the War of Transgression.
And that was, what, 680 years ago?
Yes. We've actually found records in an Oracle Drive that describe the conflict. The seeress gazed into the future and saw a war that would occur after her own nation was destroyed.
Keep this to yourself, but we're working on a method that will let us travel into the future.
Can't you just use the gates?
A method that doesn't require any special abilities like you guys have. In a powerful gravitational field, the flow of time slows down. You could go to sleep for a day, and outside 100 years would pass. It should be possible to build a device to exploit that effect.
If you pull it off, maybe we'll meet in another era.
We've still barely scratched the surface. The Oracle Drive is my main...
They found traces of what looks like a large-scale battle in these ruins. They uncovered piles of bones that were all scratched up.
People in the past had to live through some tough times.
That's right. And it also looks like they were fighting their own kind, not outsiders who had come to raid their town.
The Academy's troops are made up mainly of former Sanctum soldiers. My commanding officer even fought in Cocoon's capital city.
I'm collecting parts for my computer terminal. If you've got any, I'd be happy to buy them from you. What I really want to get my hands on is the battery used for one of the older models, like the kind they used on Cocoon. It wasn't a very popular model, so the parts are scarce. I saw it in a store window once. I got excited and ran in, but it turned out that the item had already been bought. Really? You'll help me try and find the battery? It might be an impossible task. I already called every store in the book with no luck. But if you say you can get your hands on it, I'll believe you. Thanks for doing this. You want to know what I'll be using it for? I'm a collector. I want to get my hands on all the retro electronics I can.
Can they really be relied on to protect the people?
There's plenty of room here.
If I could go back in time, I'd go back 10 years ago and try to stop Cocoon from falling out of the sky. Although, I guess that would mean we would be under the Fal'Ci's rule again.
I know I can't keep comparing life to what it was on Cocoon, but still.
Giddy up.
We haven't identified any sign.
Make sure to watch your step when you're walking along the cliffs. It's a little embarrassing, but this one time, I accidentally slipped and almost went over the edge. At that moment, I was sure I was gonna die. Fortunately, help came right away, so the only casualty was my wristwatch. It's now lying at the bottom of the valley. It scares me to think that could have been me. I still miss that watch. It was an expensive one that had to be modified to withstand all the wear and tear of the outdoors. What a waste. You'll look for my watch? Are you sure? Believe me, I've tried, but have had zero luck. With the eclipse keeping everything in the dark, it's almost impossible to see anything around here. I doubt it's the best time to go searching.
Over there, Mom.
What?
How'd you do that?
Fancy that.
Whoa. Everyone seems so restless.
I can't get excited about uncovering the fal'Cie. Especially after we spent 10 years looking at what was out
On Cocoon, they even control the weather. I want to live as close to Cocoon as possible.
I work better at night, so I wouldn't mind if daytime never came.
I miss Cocoon's night sky.
Maybe it's time to put in for a transfer. If there's a paradox that can actually save lives...
A little darkness can... I know it's a little dark.
for anything!
Here. This must be the gate Hope was talking about.
Maybe. Yeah? What?
There's something on your mind.
Yeah, well, sure, but it's just personal stuff.
Is it about the Cirrus?
That's right. Nice guess.
It must be so strange to be able to see beyond your own present.
That reminds me of something Lightning told me. She said that from Valhalla, you can see all of history.
If that's true, then the Padre Cirrus and Lightning have seen the same things, which means Lightning already knows what's going to happen to us. Something had been bothering Noel, and it had been ever since we heard the story about the Padre Cirrus Yule. But, of course, he wasn't the only one who was troubled. Was it really lightning I saw in the flickering images of the prophecy? The only way to find out is to go through this portal and solve the paradox.